While the Western woke establishments are too busy debating public toilets between men and women, the Chinese Communist Party continue their dominance across the world, especially in international institutions like the World Health Organization. The complacency in the West is absolutely ridiculous now, and I'm talking about not really the state or the establishments because they know exactly what they're doing, but from the useful idiots of the political class and of course the rest of the establishment who are going out there and thinking, well, everything is so good here. What we have to do is to erase our history and start culture battles and everything else that happens. Meanwhile, the Chinese Communist Party continue to dominate the world. Firstly, the dodgy links between the World Health Organization and Beijing has been exposed so many times on this channel and many other independent media outlets, yet there's absolutely nothing, no scrutiny, no investigation into what's going on here. Even the establishment at one point in 2021, they came out and say, oh, well, yeah, it's not looking too good. But at the same time, you still had Dr. Fauci and many others, Michelle Barnier having links to the Wuhan labs. Nothing happened. You had the same political left who until yesterday they were saying big pharma are evil and greedy. Suddenly they became the champions of big pharma. They didn't hold them to account. You had James Corden and all the Hollywood idiots going around singing songs about Pfizer and everything else. This channel for 2 years we kept talking about the lockdown measures, the idiocy of what was happening, and of course no questions were raised about those measures and anything that else happened since then. But now, when it comes to WHO, everything is becoming about geopolitics. It's not really about public health anymore. Everything is political. So you have the battle between Taiwan and China, and it's now reached the WHO. On the one hand, you got some people in the establishment in Taiwan who are obsessed with becoming more integrated with WHO for some reason, just because they don't like the fact that China is too involved in it. But why do you want WHO oversighting you too much? But then you have some who are opposing it. So this battle about Taiwan and their entry into the WHO and everything else is becoming a little bit of an issue now. China keeps blocking it. Taiwanese politicians who are trying to reverse that decision. It's not going too well. Now China, who are slowly but surely buying out every single land and country in different continents, from Central Africa to the Middle East and Asia, and obviously they have infiltrated the banking systems in the West and everything else. No one is saying anything about this. I don't understand what's going on. So China and Pakistan got together to basically dictate what the World Health Organization are doing. The people who are still obsessed with face nappies and face coverings and everything else, President Xi and his cronies, and I'm not really sure exactly why. Then we have people in the Western establishment in the pocket of President Xi, and they're just going ahead with it because they say, well, we can't really afford creating a conflict between us and China. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically befriend them. But that tactic didn't work in the 90s with Bill Clinton. It didn't work in the 2010s with David Cameron or Obama when they tried to do it. It doesn't work. The Chinese Communist Party do not want to be your friend. They want to rule you over you. But now, this decision from WHO to keep Taiwan out has been condemned by Taiwan, saying that it was contemptible of China to block its participation in global bodies and that Beijing had no right to speak for the island. They said only Taiwan's democratically elected government can represent Taiwan's 23 million people in the WHO and other international organizations and protect the health and human rights of the Taiwanese people, according to the Foreign Ministry of Taiwan. Now, whether you agree or disagree with the existence of the WHO, whether you like the organization or not, for now that's irrelevant. It's about the fact that even this imperfect, idiotic organization, corrupt organization, it's still being dictated by China. That's the fundamental principle that's completely undermining everything else. I don't understand why we're allowing one country to be the world police just because America became a failed world police. And they're still obsessed with trying to do it, but they are failing. So China have replaced America as the world police slowly. Now, China welcomed this decision. Of course they did. They said This fully shows that the one China principle is the aspiration of the people and the trend of the times in the international community and cannot be challenged in any way. Now, China's foreign ministry also came out to say, well, our intention is to expand the empire. That's exactly what they want to do. And they're not really lying about it. They're quite open and public about all this. So it's saying China also urges certain countries not to pretend to be confused, stop politicizing the health issue, stop interfering in China's internal affairs under the pretext of the Taiwan issues, and stop. Hang on. So, yeah, we know the West does that, but the Chinese are making it sound like they are the moral superior sort of like group of people. That's not really true either. The Chinese know how to manipulate the narrative in the West, because they know if they say this, there will be enough people here. They'll be like, oh yeah, they make a very good point. Yeah, we are politicizing everything. It's true, but they are doing the exact same thing. They are not the angels that you think they are. The Eastern globalists are as bad as the Western globalists, and probably even worse. There's no such thing as Western globalists versus the rest of the world. It's Western globalists versus Eastern globalists, and then we got all of us ordinary people in the middle. Being the pawns in this game. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.